Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Teague. Let's talk 4Runner. We've all seen it and we've all got feelings about it. The next gen 2025 4Runner. Is it better than the 2024 or previous years? And today's video has a sponsor. If you love Tacoma, if you love 4Runner, check out these forums. We've got 6thgen4runner.com and 4gtaco.com. You can interact, talk with me, my buddy TRD John, my friend Danny Drives, and a lot of people who just love 4Runner in Tacoma. So go to 4gtaco.com, 6thgen4runner.com. This right here is a 2024 4Runner SR5 in classic silver. It's gorgeous. You know, this generation of 4Runner, it's been around so long and people have wanted it changed, upgraded, anything, modernized, different powertrain for so many years that was probably the most asked question that I would get from any of my viewers, and in turn I would ask Toyota USA, when's the new 4Runner coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? This one right here though, it's tough, it's rugged, it's dependable, it'll last forever. You know, one of the reasons why you might decide to stick with the current generation, maybe buy a 2024, get a pre-owned 23, 22, 21, is just because you love this body style so much. And a lot of people, as much as they say it, they don't like change very much. So maybe going with the modernized, beautiful, gorgeous, aggressive, rugged, it looks hot. That new styling of the new 2024 4Runner, maybe that's just not for you. Maybe you don't like the interior as much. Even though it's modernized, it looks very Tacoma-like, 24 Tacoma-like. I love it, but you might just decide to stay right where you're at because you love this one just so much. Another reason why you might stick with this current one is gonna be right here, this 4.0 liter V6 engine. As much as people complained about it, the lack of power, the fact that it doesn't race up to highway cruising speed quickly. It doesn't have that low end torque. It has good, don't get me wrong, this is 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. It's just fine, matched with an 8-speed automatic transmission. But again, the fact that it has a V6, that people have come to trust it, depend on it, rely on it, that could be a reason to not change. And when we're talking about the next gen 4Runner, that 2025, two different powertrain choices. You can do the iForce or iForce Max. We're used to those terms because we've already seen it come out with Tundra, with Tacoma. And the cool part is if you know the specs to a 24 Tacoma, you'll probably know them to a 25 4Runner because the iForce Max 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, it's gonna have 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. If you go with the iForce Max, that's gonna be the hybridized version of that 2.4 turbo, and it's gonna give you crazy, ridiculous power. Ridiculous, more than you've ever had in a 4Runner. Woo! 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 Yeah, 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission, tremendous low-end pulling power, towing power, get off the line power. It'll be great on the trails. And I wonder what you guys will think about that because I've heard in the comment section people say, it's got turbos, so I don't want anything to do with it. Even though it's more power, better gas mileage than we've ever seen in a 4Runner. What great reasons, fantastic reasons to jump on board and see what you think of it. Test it out for yourself, maybe buy one. But a lot of people are gonna stay away from it because they say, no, it might be like a Tacoma with those turbos. It might be like a Tundra with those turbos or Sequoia with those turbos. We don't want anything to do with it. We're staying away from it. As for me, I'd be jumping all over that one. I would not get the iForce Max because I don't need that much power, but I would get probably the iForce and then maybe I'd pimp out the one that I got, accessorize, or I'd get a trim level that has plenty of bells, whistles, gadgets, technology, multimedia, because that's what I personally like. This current gen 4Runner has 7 trim levels. The new one will have 9. It's gonna have SR5, TRD Sport Premium, TRD Off-Road, TRD Off-Road Premium. Then it's gonna go with the Limited, the Platinum, TRD Pro, and Trail Hunter. So we'll have to get the spec sheet for each trim level broken down. I'm really looking forward to seeing number 1, the Trail Hunter. I've actually been behind the wheel of that one. I've gotten all up inside of it. I love it. It's so cool. Allows you to really go overlanding and really experience everything from a 4Runner standpoint, just mega sized, next level. But I really want to see the Platinum. I think that would be maybe a trim level that I'd be interested in because I think it's going to combine luxury with tremendous sportiness as well. But they could be confusing. So these trim levels, we'll just have to see what specs, what pricing is available in each particular one. when they come out. The next reason does involve pricing. You might want to stick with this one here because maybe you'll be able to get a discount on them when the 2025s come in. Maybe they'll just sell flat at MSRP. That might be a reason. The other reason is going to be that with every new generation, we can probably expect there's going to be either a modest, a medium, or a large, by trim, price increase. So maybe it'll go up just a little bit, SR5 versus SR5. Maybe it'll go up a lot, TRD Pro versus TRD Pro. I just don't know that yet, but we have seen price increases on the Tacoma, which I really think is kind of a mirror of what we're going to be getting when we see the 4Runner. So that could be a reason. Remember, when the 25 4Runner comes out, if you're complaining about, oh, in my area, they have $20,000 add-ons at the dealership, $15,000 add-ons, $10,000 add-ons, you don't have to necessarily settle for that. Look around, do your research, buy from a dealer who's reputable, who you trust, who you communicate well with, who will keep you in touch, who will stay in touch with you as you're ordering one or you see one on the lot. A good vibe. So work with a dealer who gives you a good vibe and gives you pricing that you're satisfied with. Remember, a car deal is made when you say yes and the dealer says yes. So look around, do your research, don't settle for high prices above MSRP. There are dealers who sell them at MSRP, especially when it first comes out. So look around. I've already seen comments of people who are wondering, how does this compare with Land Cruiser? What are we gonna get for pricing, for value, for specs? Land Cruiser only has 3 trim levels, pretty easy. We got the 1958 edition, plain Land Cruiser, and then the first edition, of which only 5,000 will be produced. And that pricing is going to go between the high 55s, so middle 50s, 55,950 plus delivery, goes all the way up to 71,000. I don't think 4Runner is going to go nearly that high. 4Runner used to be gridded right in here between 40 and 55 for 2024. So I'm guessing that it'll slide up maybe this way, a little bit on the bottom, maybe a lot on the top. And you can choose 9 different trim levels, configurations, option packages to fit what you're looking for your business, for your family, for yourself, your friends, that kind of stuff. Match it up with the price. You'll find a good value. It's just, we got to search around as it comes out to get used to it. But I think you need to research the Land Cruiser and the 4Runner, the new one together, and figure out which ones you want. Because of wondering where that's going to be, you might just decide to stick with this one. For the next one, let's look around here at the 2024 interior, because this might be a reason why you want to stick with this one. Tons of room back here. It's got the power ports. It just isn't upgraded with technology and multimedia and safety. If you're somebody who doesn't want upgraded, the latest technology, multimedia, and safety, like I mentioned, you don't need big, huge screens. You just want a nice, small 8-inch screen. That'll be fine. Just stick with this one. But if you want something that's gonna maximize your capabilities, the functions, the commands on here, it'll have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is an upgrade, and we'll have tons of off-roading resources that you'll have at your disposal. Sway bar disconnect, so you could get more wheel articulation, more wheel travel on the trails. Yeah, trails. Let's just keep saying trails. And then you can get updated multi-terrain select, crawl mode, all sorts of things. Locking rear differential. So those are all tools that you could be using in the new 4Runner. It'll look very much like the 2024 Tacoma as far as styling, layout, and I love it. I absolutely love the interior, but not everybody will. You know, everybody's different. That's what makes car reviews fun, is because I get comments of people who hate it, who love it, the new stuff, the old stuff. Lots of opinions, and everybody's got one. All right, let's take a look at the inside here. I love that they use premium materials. This is such a surprise that we've got panels here. That was even on the TRD Pro, and that wasn't something I expected. And obviously, anytime you have soft touch materials, you're thinking upscale, luxurious, primo, like it would be on Dynasty or something like that. Power, steering wheel, and this is the brown leather. I love the contrast here, even with the accent stripe. That's really cool. The seats feel very soft, very forgiving, very supportive, sort of like your best friend who you're showing the secret video of the 4Runner to. All right, look here. It does not have standard digital rear view mirror, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. Moonroof, nice. What kind of off-roading tools does it have? Well, this is 4-wheel drive. It'll have the different drive modes, the 360 camera, engine start and stop. Now, if you got something like Trail Hunter or TRD Off-Road maybe, or the TRD Pro, it would have things like locking rear differential, crawl mode. Even, it would even have the sway bar disconnect. So here we go. Heated seats and cooled seats. It is so refreshing to see the 4Runner interior redesigned. And this is for the back window. It's cool, right? Boom. Now with this system here, we have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. At the end of this video, if I have time, I'm going to show some clips from other trims as well. These seats tumble forward. I believe that's a song. I'll tumble for ya. And then we've got bottle holders here, JBL sound system, and the bleep handles right here. That way everybody's in control, has peace of mind that everything's going to go great regardless of who's driving. Look at this here. Boom! We're going to tumble it. So that opens up a lot more cargo space from here all the way to the back, and we can see that. And probably the final reason why you might want to stick right here with the current generation 4Runner, you trust it, you depend on it, you rely on it. It's bullets. It's tough, it's strong, and it'll go forever. This is a vehicle, the 4Runner, that Toyota doesn't advertise a lot. People just know where to find it. I always used to call it a cult following because whether you see it on TV, radio, you probably don't as much, but you know where to find it, and people just keep upgrading their current one for another 4Runner, for another 4Runner, for another 4Runner, just like that. So maybe because this one's new and it's got the new powertrains, like I said, more power, better gas mileage, ride comfort will be improved, all that kind of stuff. Maybe you just want to go with what you know lasts forever. So it's really hard to say. I'm just so excited about this new 4Runner. Let me know what you guys think. Are you sticking with the current generation, or are you ready to take a leap and investigate the new one? Thanks for watching. What do you think? What's your opinion? Leave a comment and let me know. And remember, this video is sponsored by two different forums. You can go to 4gtaco.com and you can go to 6thgen4runner.com. Thanks everybody so much. Peace. If you'd like more 4Runner content, click the 4Runner playlist. We've got over 100 videos dedicated to your favorite body on frame. If you like a different Toyota model, then check that one out. I've got playlists broken down by model, so pick your favorite Toyota and watch away. Thanks again for following and subscribing.